there.
All right, let's move. Speaking of competing, let's speak about Tyler Marsh. The Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky just picked up their newest head coach, Tyler Marsh. He hasn't had his press conference yet, but I do want to speak about him. So I'll read this. He's already been with the Las Vegas Aces. Jackie Young has credited him ad nauseum for the fact that he's been able to help her with her 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
And she's shooting almost 40% since he's been there. She used to shoot like 20 attempts a game or a year. She's now over 70, and she's shooting over 40%. What are your thoughts about this Tyler Marsh hire for the Chicago Sky?
I think Jundo just kind of laid it out perfectly, as succinctly as possible. This guy is perfect for developing Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. This is kind of what you're looking for right now. I mean, the Chicago Sky have so much talent on this team, and they just need the right person to develop these players and bring it all together. And I think this is about as good of a hire on the market as you're going to get. You know, I don't know why, but the first thing I thought of was how this actually weakens the Aces, how they kind of lost such a great assistant coach. That with Nakase, you know, on the Valkyries, I just that's actually the first thing that came to my head. But I think this is a great pickup for the Sky, and you know, I mean, hopefully he's able to get the most out of some of these players.
Speaking of getting the most out of players, this is what he had to say before he actually was hired by the Sky. He was speaking about Angel Reese. These are some of his tweets. You can't really teach Angel Reese's feel for offensive rebounding.
Right.
The future of the Chicago Sky is in good hands, young and tough, and don't give a blank about anybody's opinions other than their own. You got to respect it. Right. Drastic difference in Angel Reese's footwork when patient versus being rushed. Been on point today. Keep feeding her. Tyler Marsh has a lot of glowing words, and I think they're going to be great under his leadership.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how if you don't know this, three things actually. He won a championship already with the Toronto Raptors when Kawhi Leonard was on the team. He was an assistant video coordinator and a player development coach. So the fact that he has that under his pedigree, that is literally what propelled him to go into the Indiana Pacers team. And then obviously he got the job with the Las Vegas Aces, and now he's with the Chicago Sky. And like I mentioned with Jackie Young got better under his tutelage. Asia Wilson also got better under its tutelage. Those are two players that both credit Tyler Marsh for the fact that they are where they're at now. And they're kind of sad. Sydney Colson, and I'll briefly speak about Sydney Colson. Sydney Colson was speaking about the fact that they're upset that they lost Coach Marsh. The same thing with Tiffany Hayes, Asia Wilson. A lot of people are upset about losing Coach Marsh in this building because I mean he's an integral piece of the team.
Yep.
And it goes back to what you were saying, Jordan. The fact that he's not there anymore, but he helped this team become what they were. Yeah. Like even as an assistant coach is kind of sad, and we'll see how they kind of go in the future. I'm talking about Chicago, but for me, I feel like it's only a matter of time before they start winning. Because if he's able to help Jackie Young, obviously do what she's been able to do and turn herself into an Olympian, turn herself into an all-star type of point guard, it's only a matter of time before my Angel Reese MVP pick becomes more into fruition. That's how I kind of honestly feel about this. And like the fact that she's there with him and he's already called her and contacted her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already left her glowing reviews before even being the coach there, right? And then like, I mean, if you go back to Teresa Weatherspoon, like I think the best thing she did was she was able to kind of connect with the players that she was given. You know, she was able to develop a strong connection with them. It seems like Tyler, I mean, first of all, for him to get hired, he needs to be like Angel Reese has to sign off on that. I mean, I'm assuming that she has to sign off before he is hired and brought in. So she signs off on it. He already has a great relationship with her. I mean, it's like he's able to cultivate the best parts of what Teresa Witherspoon was bringing, but also he's able to develop them as players now. It's just the best of both worlds for the Sky.
Yes. So already on his first day as soon as he got hired, one of his first orders of business was to contact Angel Reese and tell her, just to speak to her and say, hey, I got the job. I'm your new head coach, X, Y, and Z. Right. Angel immediately tweeted, we got a W. and the fact that she got Tyler Marsh as her head coach. So I'm excited. Like I've been saying, I'm excited to see what Mike said. Cardoso will be an MVP candidate before Angel Reese. What do you think about that, Jordan? I'm gonna
I
let
mean,
you go to that one first.
she's a great offensive player, and that generally, those are the people that win most valuable player usually. Um, I don't know, but I think Angel Reese brings so much that I could. I don't know, man. I don't know if either of them are ever going to be an MVP, but I think Reese would probably get it before Cardoso.
I mean, I'm saying that because she brings more. Like Camila's in a look. Well, Mike, we'll see. But I just feel like Angel right now at this point in history brings more. And now I'm not saying that Camila is not going to be an MVP candidate. But what I am saying is I can see Angel obviously getting the job done and becoming that. We'll see. Angel can be all defensive first team if she sticks to what she does best. And if you're all defensive first team, then you're automatically in the candidate. Cardoso is more the mold of John Quill, who was an MVP candidate. Yeah, but she doesn't really step outside of the perimeter. So I wouldn't really go that far yet. I wouldn't go that
Yeah,
far.
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Let's be real. They were going to be top head coaching candidates. They were absolutely top head coaching candidates. Angel not letting Camila get an MVP. You funny. KG's funny with that.
Dude,
Go
Katie's so funny.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. But no, I do expect Angel to get one, and this is what I was gonna say. I expect her to get better, and everybody. So the first order of business, if you're Tyler Marshall, outside, he already contacted Angel, is making sure Kennedy Carter comes back into the fold. They
Right.
have got to make sure that they re-sign Kennedy
That's
Carter
right.
to Chicago, and he
That's
has
right.
got to get her. I'm not saying she wasn't focused, but just having a focused and locked in Kennedy Carter
I
will
think
do
so.
wonders for this team because Jordan, you ranked her as 15. I ranked her as 21. So we both agree she's one of the 25 best players in the WNBA. I have her as the 7th best guard.
Yep.
They can bring Kennedy Carter back, bring her focused, and get her, to where she is. Even just to continue from last season, she's putting up 17 points per game on 50% shooting. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Yeah.
If you could bring that back, the sky is the limit, right? The sky is the limit for this team. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the two of them in that roster. Can Marsh turn Angel into a solid stretch four? We'll see. I think that's the goal that he's trying to work on. I don't know if she has to be a stretch four next season completely, but she has to have the ability to kind of knock down shots when she's open outside. But let's not even worry about. What I want to see from Angel next year is obviously not shooting 42% at the rim and finishing her layups. And like he said, with the patient footwork versus being rushed. I know that I'm not worried about her in her game. I know she's gonna get it together, and I've already seen enough from Angel Reese. I'm good with her. Like I know she's gonna get the ish together. I'm not worried about her. Now, if you're talking about just being a stretch four next year when she has a broken hand, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna worry about that for next year. The only thing I want to see from her is more footwork and just more development in the paint. And then obviously, if she can knock down some outside shots, and that obviously is a plus. But I'm not honestly worried about Angel and her work ethic and her game at all. I'm not worried about that at all. Excuses already. How is that an excuse? She got a broken hand. She's not shooting. Think about it. She's not shooting a basketball. Like it's gonna be other parts of her game.
Just full of excuses.
Yeah, I know, right? She should play out there with remember, for the record, she hit a 3 while her hand was broken. So just keep that in mind, right? Just keep that in mind. She's recovering from surgery. She'll be playing in Unrivaled. She'll be recovering. She'll be fine. I'm not worried about injuries in her game. I haven't been since day one. She did it to Angel and Alyssa. Can't practice dribbling shots on the offhand. Yeah, but which hand is she gonna shoot on? You're too good of a basketball mind to say this type of stuff. Like she's not gonna be shooting with her right hand if she's a left-handed shooter. Why would she be practicing with her right hand? It's not beneficial for her or nor her game.